Hello everyone, my name is Hannah. Welcome to a new reading vlog. If my hair looks really shiny and oily right now, I just put a hair treatment in, but I wanted to film this intro anyways. So yeah, just wanted to throw that out there. But I wanted to pop in to do this intro and talk about the books that I plan on reading this week. So if you watched my 24-hour readathon / weekend reading vlog, you'll know that I did start Thistlefoot by Jenna Rose Nethercott, and I'm still just shy of halfway. I'm on page 185 of this, and I'm not hating it, but I'm not loving it either. I'm in that little limbo area where it's I just don't care. While I'm reading it, I'm mostly interested, but once I set it down, there's nothing driving me to pick it back up. So I'm setting this aside for now. I don't know if I'll finish it or not. I might just DNF it, but we'll see. I don't want to officially DNF it because I don't actually know why I don't want to officially DNF it. Nothing is pulling me back to this story. I don't know. I'm just going to set it aside for now. Maybe I'll talk about it later when I do decide to officially DNF it or pick it back up. But the book that I'm going to start today is finally The War of Two Queens by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I've had this book for so long and I just have not been in the mood for it. I've been putting it off. This is the fourth book in the Blood and Ash series. So from Blood and Ash, the first book. Yeah, I've been waiting for this for forever. I think the release date for this book was March of this year, and they had to push back the release for the hardcover copy of it. So I didn't get my copy until I think maybe May, but I'm not sure if I ordered a special edition. I honestly have no idea, but none of the other hardcovers have gold foiling on the cover. They're just completely plain. And this one is signed by the author, and it has art, fan art in it. There's a map. I don't know if they all have a map. I don't even know. But there's art this art around the chapter numbers I don't think is normal, and then there's Cass, and I think Poppy and Kieran, oh my god, I don't even remember his name, Kieran, are also in here. So that was cool to not really think that I was getting I was just getting a regular hardback, and then I got this cool thing. But yeah, I've been wanting to read this for a while, and I just haven't picked it up, and I finally think I'm in the mood to pick this one up. I'm really excited. I do really like this series. The last book, Crown of Gilded Bones, was not my favorite, but I still liked it. And I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I did still like it. So I am very excited to get back into this world with these characters. Honestly, I might have to do a little refresher of what happened at the end of the last book, because I cannot for the life of me think of what happened. And then the prequel series to this, the Flesh and Fire series, the sequel to that first book, is coming out next month. So I'll probably want to pick that one up soon as well, whenever it comes out. Anyways, that was just a very rambly way of me saying that I'm going to be starting this book tonight and hopefully getting a good chunk of the way in. I do have the audiobook. I've listened to all of these on audio, so I will be doing that as well while I follow along. So yeah, that is basically it for this intro, and I will check back in when I have a bit of an update. Wednesday night now, and listen, I may have done something. So I did not start The War of Two Queens last night, but I did start another reread. Listen. I feel like that Celine Dion meme TikTok where she's well, here we are again, and I'm so sorry. Okay, so Rachel from Ravenhood Reader, my bestie, was reading this, rereading it, literally rereading it during the time that I was rereading this the last time. And she sent a picture of like one of the passages from this, and she was like, oh my god, this makes me so emotional. And I was like, well, now I just want to reread that. And she was like, you know what? I love the chaos. Just do it. And I was like, you don't got to tell me twice. So I did it. I just finished, well, not just finished, but I finished chapter 54. So I'm 528 pages in. So I have this last little chunk here. And I went through and re-tabbed everything because I wanted my tabs to kind of match the aesthetic and the colors of A Court of Mist and Fury, and I just had like the neon tabs before, and I'm only a little bit annoyed at myself for that because I just filmed my annotated ACOMAF flip through, and I wish that I would have had these tabs in it. Plus I also added 2 new tab colors this time around. So now I'm up to, what is that, 12 tab colors? Yeah. So, but the colors are like so pretty. They're like blues and purples and pinks, and I really love how it looks. It looks way better than the neon. And also I got a signed book plate from Bloomsbury of Sarah J. Maas's signature. Something about pre-ordering the Barnes & Noble exclusive paperback edition of A Court of Silver Flames. They just sent it to me. So I stuck it in here because this is not a signed copy, and I figured, you know what? It needs to be. So yeah, I just added those things. So I am a little annoyed that I didn't just wait to film my flip through video until I had completed those things, but you know, whatever. So yeah, anyways, I'm reading this for the 13th time. I am about to go finish it. Like I said, I've got about 100 pages left of this, so I'm just gonna go finish it tonight. But I do have a little unboxing, which is kind of, you know, right on brand with me, so I figured I'd open that as well. Cute. Oh, she sent 2 little cute stickers with it too, a little dragon with a book and a little book stack. I'll definitely use those in my reading journal. But it is a book sleeve that is ACOMAF themed, so it says a bunch of different quotes on it. To the stars who listen and the dreams that are answered, you are no one's subject, you bow to none, remember that you are a wolf and you cannot be caged, don't let the hard days win. There's just like a ton of quotes and stuff. I don't think it's big enough to fit ACOMAF, which is kind of funny. No, I'm not gonna try. It's like, it would fit like a smaller hardcover, but whatever. I found it on Pango Books for really cheap, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna get it. Like, why not? So yeah, that is it for this little update. I'm gonna go finish A Court of Mist and Fury for the 13th time and just live my best life. I don't know if I'll pick up another book later tonight or if I'll just like watch YouTube videos or watch Once Upon a Time. I'm not really sure, but I will probably check in later or tomorrow and let you know. All right, hello everyone. It is now Friday night and I have several things to talk to you all about. So number one, I did finish ACOMAF. I finished my reread a couple nights ago. I just haven't had the chance to update you on that, but I did finish my reread. I know that I kind of like just brushed over that reread, but it's because I literally read it earlier this month. So yeah, I did finish that. I did start reading The War of Two Queens, but I did not get very far in. I'm only 57 pages in. I've only read the first 3 chapters. So I am definitely going to need to stop reading this and go back and read like a recap of the last book because I'm so lost right now. Like, I literally can't remember what happened. Like, usually if I start reading it something, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this happened. Oh yeah, I remember this happened. And I'm like, wait, how did we get here? So I need to go back and do a recap because I just simply do not remember. But yeah, I did start this finally, and I'm definitely going to continue reading that one. I'm in the mood for it, and I just need to get a little bit of a recap so that I'm not completely lost. I did also decide to DNF Thistlefoot, so this is the one. I only got 185 pages into it, and I just don't care. I just don't care. Like, it was fine while I was reading it, but as soon as I set it down, it was like nothing was pulling me back in. I didn't care what happened. I didn't care about the characters at all. I didn't care what was going on. And I just have other books that I want to read and I'm excited to read, or even excited to reread, that I'm just like, why am I trying to waste my time on this book that I don't care about? So I'm just gonna DNF it. I will say today was the release of Midnights by Taylor Swift, her new album. So I had multiple opportunities to listen to my audiobook for The War of Two Queens and just didn't because I was busy listening to that album. So I'm really loving it. My favorite on the album is definitely 100% Snow on the Beach. I love that song so much. I have re-listened to that one so many times, and yeah, I'm trying to rank like a top 3 or a top 5, and they keep switching except for Snow on the Beach. So that one's definitely my number 1. I'm pretty sure my number 2 is Sweet Nothings. So that one has like stuck at number 2 as well. So I have my top 2. After that, I'm like, there's just so many where I put one in one spot and I'm like, well, what about this one? So I'm going to listen to the album a few more times before I make like my top 3 or top 5 list, but Snow on the Beach, perfection. Today was also the drop of the Fairy Loot Crescent City special editions. So the first 2 books, House of Earth and Blood and House of Sky and Breath, they did special editions. I'll try to pop up some pictures on the screen here of what they look like. I was so worried that these were going to sell out. They've done this before where they did like a subscriber pre-sale and then a general public sale, and they've sold out in the subscriber pre-sale, and then like they don't offer it again for general public. And I am not a Fairy Loot subscriber, but yeah, I'm not a subscriber to Fairy Loot, so I had to wait till the like general public sale, and then they had it split up between UK and international and then US. Oh my god, I was just so nervous, but I got them. I'm so freaking excited. They're so beautiful. I'm so excited. I know Illumicrate is also coming out with special editions of these books, and I think that sale is sometime in November, and I'll definitely be trying to get those as well. I'm a sucker for special editions. I think they're so pretty and so cool and so fun to have in my little collection. I'm still absolutely desperate for the Illumicrate ACOTAR dust jackets by Alethian Art. I missed out on those and I'm so sad about it. And all of the people that are like reselling them are selling them for like $500 or more. Like $500 is like the absolute cheapest that you can find them, and I can't do that. But yeah, I'm very grateful that I was able to get the Fairy Loot special editions of these. I think they're so pretty and I just cannot wait. And then tomorrow, Casey is coming over and Brandon will be gone. But Casey's gonna come over and we're gonna go see My Policeman, specifically because it has Harry Styles in it. And Casey is a huge Harry Styles fan. I like Harry Styles too, but not as much as Casey. But we're gonna go see that and we're gonna go like do some things. So I'll probably bring you along a little bit for that. But that is my weekend plans. I don't know how much reading I'm gonna get done this weekend. Maybe a little bit on Sunday. But other than that, I don't know how much reading I'll get done. So hopefully that's okay. But I will check in probably either later tonight or tomorrow when Casey gets here. Hello everyone. It is now Sunday morning. Casey has just left. She came, I don't even know if I said, but she came over and spent the night. We went to go see My Policeman, which was really good. I definitely think it's worth watching. I know it's only in select theaters for a little bit, but I think it goes on Amazon Prime at the beginning of November, I think. So yeah, I cried in the theater. So I think it's worth the watch. It was really, really good. But we went and did a bunch of other things, and I have a bit of a haul for you here. So the first thing I'm going to haul is the books. So actually, I saw these like right when we walked in the store. It is ghost stickers, these little like glittery ghosts. I think these are so cute. And I immediately like grabbed them and took them. But then I was in the mood to buy some books. I did see the box sets of the Kingdom of the Wicked series, which I want to get just because the like top of the spines has each of the skulls from the covers on it, and it looks really cool side by side like that. And the covers now have that stupid like Jimmy Patterson imprint thing at the top. But I didn't buy those because I just like couldn't justify buying like a $50 box set just because of that. I might still do it eventually, but that wasn't the time. But I did pick up the first 3 volumes of Spy Family. I have read the first one already, and I loved this. I gave it 5 stars, and I have heard that it just gets better and better from here. So I am so excited for the series. And I know that the 3rd volume has been like really hard to find lately. So when I saw that it was in the store, I was like, I better just buy the first 3. So I'm really excited to get to these 2. I cannot wait. I think it's going to be amazing. So yeah, I bought all 3 of these. I think there's 7 or 8 volumes out right now. So once I finish these, I'll just go back and buy the next ones. But I'm really excited to have these and really excited to read them. So that's my little book haul. And then we also went to Lush. So I got a couple things from Lush. Oh, I didn't even know they gave me a little sample. Revive Hair Moisturizer in this little tiny little pot. That's cute. Oh, that's an interesting smell. It reminds me of something, but I can't pinpoint what. Anyways, that's the sample. I got my favorite bath bomb, which is the Intergalactic bath bomb. I just love how this smells. And I love the way that it turns the bath water this like really vibrant blue, and it has these like gold shimmer glitter bits in it, and it's just my favorite bath bomb. So I got one of those. And then I also got a bubble bomb bar thing. I don't even know, but I got the little pink Cyclops one. It smells really, really good. I think this is one where you just like break off a little piece of it and it gives you like a bubble bath. But Rachel and Lachlan have both used these and I got FOMO. So I had to get one too. So I'm excited to use that one. So that's my little Lush haul. And then we went to a like Halloween costume store because Casey is going to a Harry Styles concert on Halloween, which is Harryween. So she wanted to get a costume to dress up for that. She's going to LA to see him in concert, even though she's seen him in concert 4 times already this year, I think. She's going to 3 of his shows in LA. So like, good for her. But I also wanted to get a costume because like I'm a teacher. I wanted to dress up, and like last year when we handed out candy like at our house, like when our neighborhood did like the trick-or-treat thing, I just had like a little bear hoodie and I just really wanted to, you know, dress up. So I got a tiger onesie. I think it's so cute. It comes with like a little tiger head and like, I mean, look at this thing. Like, I can't wait. I'm gonna wear this to school on Halloween. My kids are gonna love it. And then I'll wear it for trick-or-treating, for handing out candy for the trick-or-treaters. Cause, like, come on. I'm obsessed. All right, as far as my reading goes, I have some updates. So I haven't gotten any farther in The War of Two Queens. I'm still on page 57, so I still need to go and like read a recap of it, but I was just in the mood to read like just some contemporary adult romances. I wanted, you know, I wanted something different. So I decided to pick up Throttled by Lauren Asher because this was on my physical TBR and it is an adult romance. It's a F1 racing romance. Gets a lot of hype on like TikTok and stuff, and I just was in the mood for something like this, like just a contemporary adult romance with some spice. And I didn't like this. I mean, I did not get very far in before I decided to DNF it because I was just like hating every second of it. I think I got maybe like 40 pages in or so, and I thought it was like really cringy writing to me. Like I just couldn't get like behind the writing, didn't like the characters. Mostly it was like I just didn't mesh well with the writing in this. So I was really not enjoying it. Every time, like every other line, I was going like, oh my God, like just rolling my eyes at it. I just did not enjoy it. So I decided to DNF it because I wasn't going to force myself to read it because clearly this was not what I wanted. But then I thought, well, I've heard that the fine print by this author is better than Throttled. So I was gonna give this a shot. Yeah, I just don't vibe with this author's writing. That became abundantly clear. I maybe got like 30 or 40 pages into this one too, and I was just like, again, hating every second of it. I just really didn't like the writing, and I was like, this is just clear that this author's writing is just not for me. I'm just not enjoying this writing. So that is unfortunate because I was looking forward to those two, and it just seemed like it was exactly what I was in the mood for at the time, and they were just like not for me, like very not for me. Like I threw the fine print. I got so frustrated at one line and I was like, this is it. I'm done. So yeah, chucked that one across the room. And then I restarted, I guess, Twisted Games by Anna Huang. It's the second book in the Twisted series. If you don't know, I really, 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 really hate the first book. I read in its entirety, Twisted Love, and I freaking hated it. It's my worst book of the year, maybe my worst book that I've ever read. I gave it 1 star, absolutely hated it. But I've heard that that is the worst book in the series and that the series gets much better. It's following different characters and stuff. And so I did want to try Twisted Games. And I started it back in, I think, July. And I got like 70 pages into it and I DNF'd it because I just was in like a funk at the time. So I didn't think that I gave it a fair shot. Just like at the time wasn't enjoying anything I was reading. So I didn't give it a fair shot. So I DNF'd it at the time. And then I was like, you know what? I'll give it another shot when I'm in the mood for it again. So I'm about halfway through that. I think it's my Kindle app says I'm like 52% into that one. And I'm enjoying it a bit more than I was when I started it the first time, but it's just like fine. Like there is some good tension between the characters. It's like a princess and her bodyguard romance, so it's a bit of like a forbidden romance, and there's a bit of an age gap. I think she's like 22 and he's like 32 or something like that. There was one spicy scene so far which I did enjoy, and the tension of like they can't be together but they both want to be together, and it's like grumpy sunshine almost, or just like the main guy is just grumpy. So I'm like enjoying it more, but I'm not like loving it, and I really just want to love a book right now. But I do think that I'm just going to continue on reading Twisted Games. Hopefully I finish it. I don't know. I just feel like I'm in that like rut again where like I'm just not enjoying the things I'm picking up, which sucks. I hate being in this kind of reading mood. Maybe I'll try to pick up volume 2 of Spy Family today because I just like know that I'm gonna like that. I also toyed with the idea of doing a Punk 57 reread because I love this book, but I want to find something new that I love. I don't want to do a reread. I could also try Dark Fae by Caroline Peckham and Susan Valenti. This is a like almost prequel series, companion series to the Zodiac Academy series, and some of the characters from this series make a cameo in Zodiac Academy, but this is a reverse harem romance, and I've never read a reverse harem before, so I don't know if I'll like it, but I'm like intrigued enough. But I don't know what to do. So I think I'm just going to, I don't know, think it through a little bit longer of what I want to pick up. Maybe I'll do Spy Family, maybe I don't know. I'm gonna think about it for a little bit, but I will check back in whenever I decide to pick up something. All right, it is much later in the night now, and I've decided to DNF for the second time Twisted Games by Anna Huang. I made it much farther this time. The first time I made it like 65 pages or something like that. This time I made it to page 291. I was enjoying this one more than Twisted Love, but I'm just like so frustrated and annoyed with this book right now that I feel like if I would have finished it, it would only be like a 2-star, and it's just not worth it to me to continue. I just don't like how this author writes the spicy scenes. Like, for the most part, they're good, but there are some things that are just so not for me that I can't like overlook it. Like, some people will like this and that's fine. I do not, and I just cannot get past it. Like, as soon, like, I immediately like shut down when I read things like this, and I'm just like, yeah. And I don't know. I'm just really frustrated that it is my 4th DNF in a row. And normally I would think like, okay, so I'm just like in a funk, but I just think it's the books that I've picked up. I just don't think that they're for me. I'm just gonna end the vlog here. I'm frustrated. I know this was like, I don't know, kind of a hot mess of a vlog because I only read one book and I barely even touched on it because it was my reread of A Court of Mist and Fury, and everything else was a DNF, or I just didn't finish it. But sometimes it just is like that. So if you made it to the end of this video, leave the broken heart emoji, because honestly, my heart is broken. So dramatic. But my heart is broken that I've had four DNFs in a row. I hope that you enjoyed this video regardless of the fact that I did not enjoy most of what I was reading this week. But yeah, I don't want to scrap all of the vlog footage I have just because I wasn't enjoying anything. So hopefully you still end up liking this vlog. If you did, let me know by liking and subscribing down below if you feel so inclined. And thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!